Hey, what's happening, people? It's Odd Izzy, and today I'm going to be bringing you the next part of my budget to competitive deck series. Today I'm going to be bringing you the competitive build that I put together for Phantom Knights. If you guys caught my stream the other night, you guys saw a little bit of a preview of what I'm about to show you, but without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the deck profile so you guys can see officially what I have put together. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and get into the deck profile, and after I show you guys the deck, I will be showing you guys some combos. But to start off this deck, we're going to show you 3 Phantom Knight's Ancient Cloak. He's a main searcher. He gets your monsters bigger whenever you have him on field, but you don't have him on field very much. The next one is 3 Silent Boots. He's your spell and trap searcher, so he's really good in this deck. You're going to run 3 Ragged Gloves because he does dump stuff into grave, so he's a combo extender, but he's also really good at getting your Xyz monsters 1,000 points bigger. To finish off our Phantom Knights in our main deck, we run 2 Fragile Armory because if he is the only monster in your hand and the only monster you can play, at least you can put him in defense mode and he's a 2,000 beater. Or a 2,000 defender, sorry. Also, he's a draw power, so I like having him in this deck. So that does it for our Phantom Knight monsters for the main deck. Moving on to the rest of the monsters, we run 3 Kagemucha Knight just because we can use him to special summon off of our other Phantom Knight cards. We run 2 Junk Forward because he's our combo starter, and 1 Armageddon Knight for the rest of our main monster lineup. I know Armageddon Knight's probably not the best. He's probably not going to stay in here, but he's in here for now, at least until the new ban list comes out and I edit decks farther. Onto our hand traps, we run 2 Battle Fader, because Battle Fader is great at stopping battle. 2 Effect Veiler, because it's a little bit more versatile than Ash or any of the Ghost Girls, so I like Effect Veiler to stop pretty much anything. And then 1 DD Crow, because we like to stop graveyard plays. I played Lightsworn just the other day, and this was great. I had taken out a Lightsworn monster, so Judgment Dragon could not come on the field. Moving on to the spells, we start with 2 Allure of Darkness. I just changed this earlier. So 2 Allure of Darkness to help us start off our plays. 2 Phantom Knight's Rank Up Magic Launch, just to help us get farther into our Xyz plays. Excuse me. 2 Backup Rider, because like I said, we like to make our monsters bigger because we don't have too many big beat sticks in this deck, so Backup Rider definitely does help. We also run 2 Called by the Grave for obvious reasons, and then 2 Twin Twisters again for obvious reasons. The one-ofs for this deck, we are running 1 Burial from a Different Dimension, so we can recycle stuff that is banished back into our graveyard so we can use our Phantom Knights effects again. 1 Monster Reborn, just to bring stuff back so we can possibly use our Rank Up Magic Launch with that. And then we run 1 Foolish Burial to help us get our Phantom Knight combos off. And then 1 random card I decided to put in here while I was running Isolde, but I took her out. We were running 1 Lucky Iron Axe because I like the possibility of getting to draw 1 card. So it's basically a 1-for-1, but still Lucky Iron Axe. At least it makes monsters bigger, and if it's taken off field, it does give us 1 extra card in hand. So that is always useful. To finish off our main deck, we are running 2 Phantom Knight's Fogblade, just to help stop our opponent from doing anything. 1 Phantom Knight's Wing, and then 1 Wrong Magnet Ring, just to round out our traps and to give us some extra big stuff and some defenders right here. So that does it for our main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. Since I can't run Rusty Bartishet, we're running 3 Phantom Knights of Breaksword, just because he is our main Phantom Knights Xyz monster. We run 2 Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragons, and 1 Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon. And that does it for our Phantom Knight stuff for our extra deck. Moving on to the other Xyz monsters, we're going to start off with 1 Gaga Cowboy, just to help end games. 1 Castell, 1 101 to take stuff away, and then 1 Dante because, of course, Dante. And that does it for our Xyz monsters. Moving on to our Link monsters, we run 5. We run 1 IP Masquerena, just because it does help us move stuff around on our opponent's turn. 1 Transcode Talker, because Transcode Talker helps us recur IP Masquerena. 1 Arcana Forest Extra Joker, or Arcana Extra Joker, sorry, just because it's a warrior-based deck, so why not run 1 of these. 1 Saryuja Skulldread, and then 1 Topologic Zeroboros for field dominance. But this is what during testing, this is what's worked best for my extra deck and my Link monsters. So that does it for the extra deck. I will get back to you guys in just a second, and we will show you some first turns and see what this deck can do. Without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and shuffle this deck up, and we're going to show you 2 first turns. We're going to show you a first turn and then a going second turn. So shuffling the deck up. Make sure you guys know I didn't stack anything. Alright. Five cards. Going first. Alright, so not the best, but like I said, that's why we have Fragile Armor, so that if we have to start with Fragile Armor, we can. So we start Fragile Armor face down, and we're going to set 1 Fog Blade, and that's how we're going to pass our turn. So now going into our opponent's turn, we're probably going to end up activating Fog Blade. Fragile Armor is going to end up getting destroyed, which we don't have another Fragile Armor in hand, so we can't use Fragile Armor's effect right now. But what we can do is we can banish this card from our graveyard to take 1 Phantom Knight card in our hand and draw 1 card. So that gets us a little bit farther. So now on our second turn, we draw. We get a Foolish Burial. Okay, cool. So we can go Foolish Burial and search out our Ancient Cloak to grave. Ancient Cloak's effect. Oops, sorry. Ancient Cloak's effect. Search out Silent Boots to our hand. So this isn't the best going first deck, I'll admit it, but it can do things if we don't get OTK'd on our first turn, or on our second turn. Before our first turn, or whatever it is. You can go ahead and do your Ragged Gloves, which was the special summon Silent Boots. You can use these 2 to overlay for Breaksword. Breaksword effect. Pop itself and your opponent's monster. Use those 2. Special summon them back as level 4s instead of level 3s. Overlay for Dark Rebellion. Dark Rebellion effect. Target one of your opponent's monsters that's attaching these 2. It gains a bunch of points. Then you can also slap your backup rider on that, so it's even bigger. So before you end your turn, you can use your Silent Boots. Remove it from play to search out a Rank Up Magic Launch from your deck. Shuffle it up. So before you even go into your battle phase, you can still go. We're going to take that back. We're not going to use Backup Rider yet. We're still going to use Rank Up Magic Launch to target our Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon to stack Dark Requiem. Requiem effect. Detach 1. And Backup Rider. So there's a going first and going into your third turn. So that's what that deck can do going first. Now I'm going to show you what this deck can do going second. Alright, so now we're going to show you a going second hand and then what it can do. So shuffling it up. Cut. A couple more shuffles. If I can hold the cards properly. Okay. Actually, let's do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, because we're going second. Let's see what we got. Alright, that is much better than the last hand we had for this video. So, what we're going to go ahead and start doing is we're going to use Ragged Gloves to summon our Silent Boots. We're going to overlay. Because this is an Xyz based deck, we do a lot of Xyz summoning. Take our Breaksword, use its effect to target it and our opponent's monster. Special summon back Silent Boots and Ragged Gloves as level 4s. Of course, use these 2 to overlay for Dark Rebellion. Dark Rebellion effect. I know this is the same variation of this. This is a variation of the same combo that I did last time, but it still works. Use Ragged Gloves first. Banish it to get out your Ancient Cloak from your deck to grave, which is fine. Shuffle real quick because we're going to get back into our deck again anyway. Use Silent Boots in our grave, banish it to get our rank up. So at that point, because it's already used its effect and it doesn't have any materials, launch. It's just going to stack our Requiem Dragon on top, as well as launch underneath. And then again, we also have Backup Rider. So we can also set Void Blade, so we have that ready for next turn. And you can also use Requiem Dragon's effects. So you have that on the field. Now let's just say at the end of the turn still, you still can use Requiem Dragon on your opponent's turn. You're going to draw for your next turn. Okay, you got an effect failure. Ooh, and I dropped a card. Oh, where'd you go? There you are. Okay. So, on your opponent's turn, you're almost likely to have used your Fog Blade. Start with your Ragged Gloves. And at that point, if you would like, you do that to go into your Masquerena, which opens up other possibilities. But yeah, like I said, so that is your going first and going second test hands for you guys. But that's going to go ahead and do it for today. If you guys did enjoy, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I upload a new video. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description. Have a good day, everybody. I'll see you next time. Peace out.